I'm Daniela. This is episode 15 of Historical Paranormal. In this episode, we'll look at the history of the Bunnyman murders, rumors of hauntings under the bridge, where it is alleged he carried out his attacks. On Colchester Road in Fairfax County, located in northern Virginia, just under the Amtrak train, there's a place once riddled with murder. Some say if someone ventures under the bridge at midnight or on Halloween, Bunnyman will attack them. Bunnyman is said to dress in a bunny costume and wield a hatchet. It is said in 1904 there once was an asylum in Clifton, Virginia, not too far from the bridge. This was right after the Civil War. Those who resided in the area weren't fond of the asylum being near their homes and protested to politicians to remove the asylum. They pandered to the residents' concerns, and the asylum was shut down, and the patients were to be transferred to Lorton Prison. On their way to Lorton, the bus swerved and crashed. They managed to locate all of the patients on the prison bus except for one, Douglas Griffin. In some versions of the tale, he escaped with another prisoner, Marcus Loster. Also, in other versions of the story, it is said he murders the other 10 patients and stuffs their mouths with carrots. Weeks went by, and there was an odd uptick of bunny corpses appearing in the surrounding woods. It is thought Griffin was eating rabbits to survive and left a trail of dead rabbit bodies. He met his end when police found him and he tried to flee. Bunnyman was struck by a train, but some say his ghost still haunts the area. It is thought that if someone is in the area on Halloween, they will see his murder victims before a few rabbits appear, signaling his coming. Then he will appear, and the bright lights of the train that hit him will also appear, and if the person doesn't get out of harm's way in time, they will be blinded and hypnotized by the lights, making them a prime target for the spirit of Bunnyman. In 1905, one Halloween night, a group of kids were hanging out under the bridge when a bright orb of light surged toward them. Next thing, all the kids were gutted and strung up like rabbits. After this murder, people started speculating that the murderer was Douglas Griffin. After this murder, it is rumored if someone was caught hanging out by that bridge at midnight or Halloween, they too would be one of Bunnyman's victims. Another strange tale under Bunnyman Bridge was that of a young man from Clifton, Virginia, who came upon the bridge while traveling. Later, he killed his parents and dragged their bodies into the woods to hang them from the bridge before he killed himself. In 2001, after hearing the tale, 6 local students led a guided search to the area. They found mutilated bunny parts during their search and left the forest after they heard noises and saw figures moving around in the woods. The real story behind the Bunnyman, according to historians, is somewhat exaggerated. There was never an asylum in Clifton, nor was there an escapee from a prison bus. They say it most likely comes from an attack on a couple in October of 1970. Air Force Academy cadet Robert Bennett was driving with his fiancée in Northern Virginia. The pair stopped on the 5400 block of Guinea Road in Fairfax, a location near his uncle's house. They were sitting in their car not too far from the bridge when they claimed someone appeared very quickly and yelled something having to do with trespassing and threw a hatchet at their car. They did not get a very good look at the person. All they really got was that he was dressed in white or a light-colored clothing and may or may not have had something on his head. The man's hatchet he threw cracked the windshield, and they drove straight to the police station to report the incident. The story made the papers, and that something on his head soon became bunny ears. After the incident, the story began circulating, evolved into a far scarier tale. Another incident linked to the Bunnyman happened 10 days after the first, around Halloween, when a construction company near the area became the Bunnyman's new stomping grounds. A security guard named Paul Phillips was on duty when he came across a man dressed in black and gray with bunny ears, similar to the initial report from the couple. He was vandalizing a house, and when Phillips approached, the oddly dressed man is reported to have said, "All you people trespass around here. If you don't get out of here, I'm gonna bust you in the head." This man seemed to have issues with people trespassing, even if he was the one destroying other people's property. Again, when the police went looking for him, they didn't turn up much. But once that story hit the papers, the floodgates opened. The Fairfax County Police got over 50 reports from people who had claimed to have seen the Bunnyman. Some more credible than others. For one thing, because of how narrow it is under the bridge for both the walker and a car to fit, it is prohibited for people to walk under the bridge. And police in the area watch closely on Halloween because the place is a fascination for paranormal enthusiasts and kids to venture for pranks. Regardless of the true story behind the Bunnyman and what he really did or didn't do, legends legends of him will continue to haunt Northern Virginia, and portrayals of him in fiction will remain a common staple of horror. I hope that you enjoyed this week's episode of Historical Paranormal. If you'd like to check out previous episodes, you can check out the Historical Paranormal Events playlist. And to read about these stories, you can check out the Historical Paranormal blog. And also for Tales of Urban Legends, you can check out the Urban Legends playlist on this channel or my main channel, Dazzling One. Thank you for listening.